nga we nabagambye ku nsonga za mwanyinaze oba sisita waffe Esther Amuge, mwana muwala ono ali mu bulumi obutenkanika era nga mu mbeera yonna emboozi gye nabanyumizaamuko. Yali muwala akola emirimu gy'obulungi mu kibuga ekya Soroti. Yali muntu musawo omutendeke era nga akola mu famasi emu era nga obulamu bulungi nnyo nga ne mutabani we omulenzi naye munnange 2023 obulamu bwe bwakyuka ne bwonooneka oluvannyuma lw'okuba nti yafuna accident. Wafuna accident yamala ebbanga ng'ali mu koma, I think around 7 months. We yagenda okuvaayo ng'alina complications endala. Ekya accident yali awonye naye ate yafuna complications olw'ensonga nti baamutegeeza nti oxygen gwe baali bamutaddeko teyali mulungi bulungi, yamukosaamuko mu kifuba. So n'atandika okufuna akantu nga embalabe oba kapimpo mu kifuba. After some time mwana muwala ono yagenda okuba nga ate alaba nga she becoming worse and worse every day. Kwe kugenda mu ddwaliro bagenda okumupima bamudiagonizinga after some time ng'alina kye bayita kansa. Kansa oyo amulidde ng'emazima. Kunze kye nalabyeko kansa amulidde. Saagala alage kitundu kansa kye yalidde kuba yamulidde ekifuba kyonna. Nze nalabyeko omulundi gumu, saagala kuddamu kulabako. Ate naffe singa tukiteekayo community guidelines batustrikinga ku mikutu nga Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Tebaagala kubanga ate tulaga injuries eza type eyo. So basically ali kuvunda nga akyali mulamu. That's the description. Womutunuulira n'amagumba oba ogalabako, amagumba ag'omu kifuba wano oba ogalaba, kumpi oba olaba ne organs ez'omunda. Mwana muwala ono ali mu mbeera mbi nnyo lwakuba nti mukyala mugumu, yeegumya, agezaako nnyo okuba nga ate afeekinga obulamu n'ebyaddala ali bubi. Mu mbeera bwetyo nga we namusisinkanya olwajjo, namusuubiza nti ngenda kuba muwaako ku mpewo abantu basobole okuba nga ate batukwatirako. Era n'ennamba z'olaba wansi awo ku screen si nnamba zange ng'omuntu wa Mbale Express TV, ng'omuweereza oba si za Mbale Express TV, wabula ennamba ezo za Esther Amuge era nga y'omwana gwe tukyazuna ku lwa. Twagala tubulireko emboozi ye butya bwe yatuuka mu mbeera bweti. Esther, welcome to Mbale Express TV.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me around. And thank you for having given me your time. I am really humbled to you because from yesterday when you saw my condition, you reacted because you saw what I went through. So I would start by saying thank you so much. I pray that you continue having a good heart so that you help others also, not only me. Yeah. So I have a very long story. I grew up in a hard way. You know what they say, that growing in a hard way. I really grew up in a very, very hard way. Through my education, through my life, through everything. Because I was put in prison and they picked me from prison after 2 years. Because my mother was arrested, those days of the rebellism. So when her husband died as a rebel, the whole family was put inside. So I think after 1 year or something, so the whole family was in prison. So even the name that I have, Amuge Esther, is not in my clan. It is a name for the prison warden who helped my mother and gave her a bed sheet that she made cut, and then she held it for me. But it was a coincidence that the prison warden passed on because she had HIV, and you know the HIV of those days. So when my mom came back after the 4 years in prison, she came back and then she went to their home. So after she went to their home, my grandfather, the father to my father, went to my mother's father that this lady, we know how important she is. She's a good lady and so forth. So you come and have a portion that you can stay as you're keeping the kids, because it was me with my brother. But as you know, she was also still a young lady, so she got remarried. So when she got remarried, that is where really the issues were. To one extent that they told her to leave the land of her husband and move to the person whom she's in love with. We never wanted it because the person my mom was getting married to was okay. We never liked him because of his actions. Because he would beat my mom every day, and whenever he beats my mom, he has to put me inside. Anything, because he had other 3 women. So he can sleep in the other woman's house, then she comes back in the morning. Sometimes I don't know what they talk about. So in 2015, after I came back from school, I went to my mom, because staying with my stepmother was really a very hard thing for me. I really suffered a lot. So I went to my mom. So when I went to my mom one night, my stepfather came in the morning. Betty, fucking Garcia Dui. I know when he mentions that, he wants to fight. So the moment my mom opened the door, it was around 5, she welcomed her with a very big slap and got a very big stick. There is one that we use for beating the millet. She got that big stick, beat my mother. She stepped on her with the gumboots. I came out. When I came out, he just waited me at the door and gave me a hottest slap ever. So I told him that, Papa, I respect you as my father because you've always also helped me to grow up, though my life has really been hard. So when he slapped me, I came down before him. I said that, let me lie down. Then you beat me whatever strokes you want to beat my mother, but you beat me. He refused, said, you are the one who says that now because you've gone to school, you are the one who's saying that I can no longer rule my home. I said, no, that is not the case. So he added my mom like 2-3 strokes. I got annoyed, I got up. I'm sorry to say that I fought with him. It was early in the morning. So when I fought with him, he threw me my things outside, because we are next to the road. Got everything of mine and threw away. He threw them outside. That you leave, you go and find your father. One good thing, your father is there. Go to your father, you prostitute. What? He insulted me a lot. So I called my dad and told him what had happened. He told me, Esther, I'm not around right now. Just find where you can be until I come back. I come back after 2 weeks. I said, for real? You're telling me to go and look for where to go until you come back after 2 weeks? Where do you expect me to go? So I called my elder father. When I called my elder father, he told me, right now the home is full. I'm in Morato. Maybe you wait until I come back. So I got very annoyed. I told my mom, borrow me just 15,000. My mom looked for me 15,000. I told her that take the things to where? To the neighbor. So when I left, I went to Kampala. I had a friend who was a police officer. She was my my OG. So she was working in Naguru. So when I went to that friend of mine, I stayed with her for some 2-3 weeks. Then she started saying, Esther, I'm providing you with everything. I'm feeding you. I am giving you everything. You also look for a job and find where you can. At least you also get something that you can earn. So I walked around Kampala until I got tired. So I went one time, I went to Mulago. There was a bar which was next to Mulago Hospital. So I went to that guy and requested for a job. So that guy offered me a job. When he offered me a job, I used to travel because I would take over around 6 in the evening. So I have to move with the legs from Nakawa, Naguru, up to Mulago. Every day, every day. So there are some people who used to come and drink in there. So one time they had me on phone talking to my mom. Because for them, I don't know why people say that I'm not a Muteso, I don't know. So for them, they thought maybe I'm a Munyankole or a Western or something. So when they had me speak at this on phone, they got concerned and called me. So when they called me, they asked me, hey, what is a big woman doing here? What is your, do you have anything? Do you have papers? What is? I said yes. So I explained to him. After explaining to him what happened, he told me that I have my brother in Soroti. He needs a medical person to work in his clinic. That was a Thursday. He said that I'm going to go with you on Friday night because he had a car. So when we reached there, my boss received me. They gave me the job and I started it up. It's a very long story, but I just want to cut it short. That from that time, I got employed in 2015. For some reasons, I resigned from my workplace. That was Goldman, Soroti. Then I went back home. Now, 2023 November, I had gone to check on my son because my son is from Busia. That is where the father is. So on our way back is when we got the accident. So from that time, I only stopped seeing what was happening as the accident was happening. So whatever went on with my life for the 7 months, I don't know. So when I resigned, when I regained my consciousness, they kept me in the hospital for over some 2-3 months. Then they took me to Butabika also because depression was killing me because I've come back. Everything that I had has been sold. I don't have anything. I really broke down. So it took me a very long time to accept my situation that I am in. I know you understand what it means being a boss to a beggar. I am forced to beg every day to get my medication. And every day I look for 150,000 for my medication. So I am kindly requesting my people out there, my brothers and sisters, my fathers, everyone, I need your support. I need 35,000 for the surgery, that is around November.
That is 38 million? You said 38 million yesterday?
Yeah. For they want to do general plastic, it's called?
Plastic surgery.
Yeah. Which is supposed to be handled in Nairobi. So when I met this friend of mine yesterday, I had gone to beg money in the district. Then I met him. So I went, there were 3 people, I knelt and greeted them. So when I told them my story and when they saw the wound, they really did not even debate, but they gave me all what they had. And so now my friend told me that, Esther, you really need help. I am going to request that we go onto social media and then we see how best can we help you, Esther. Because we still need you. To be honest with you, I don't sleep. I am always stressed to think, where will I get money for the next medication? I have the pain of the cancer. I have depression. I committed suicide 7 times, and the last suicide that I made was on Monday. Because that night I was so much disturbed with a lot of pain. I can't sleep. Even when I tried to take a sleeping pill, I could not manage to sleep. So I really found it so hard. So my mom went to the garden. When she went to the garden, there are some cousin brothers who will stay at home. So I got a rope and put here. But I didn't know that the boy was watching what I was doing. So when I reached to the orchard, I looked around, I didn't see anyone. Since you know that from that time when I got this accident, this hand of mine cannot go up. If I want to make it go up, I have to support it, and it cannot go beyond this. Yeah, Dr. Kure asked for around 6 million to put this hand right, but I don't have the money. So I struggled to climb in the mountain tree. After I struggled, I hanged myself. So that boy came running after realizing that Esther has hanged herself. I was now beginning, there's that noise like, oh, like something, and my tongue had come out. So that boy came, held me from down, called for help, they got me down. When they got me down, I was too annoyed for everyone, because I've tried committing suicide 7 times, but people have already saved him because I'm tired. I am really tired. From being a worker to being a beggar. From being a boss into being a beggar. So it only took me really, I don't even know how to explain it. So my grandma had to send my cousin brother that you go and sell this turkey and give Esther that money to go and get medication. So when that guy sold the turkey, they gave him around 70,000. I came to buy medicine in Mbale. So that is, I think that is how best I can explain to you all. I have a lot to share. I have a lot to talk to you because my growing up was not easy. And you know what it means growing up with a stepmother. This side, the stepmother is very tough. The other side, my father-in-law is very tough. Not enough. My stepfather is also very tough. So it really made me to try all my best to see that I see myself somewhere. But I don't know how the devil did it and took me back to zero. Not even zero, actually to negatives. Because to be honest, I used to have friends, but they've gone. I used to have relatives, they've all gone. It even reaches to, actually it has reached to an extent you call someone, not even